All right. Today's video, y'all, we gonna react to what happened to FaZe Clan, and we ain't gonna watch the. As y'all see, we already scammed. We already scammed almost 12 minutes. What I'm saying, past the video, but this where we just gonna showcase the comments. Yeah, the comments. We gonna showcase on the comments of what happened, and we gonna um, share our thoughts. What I'm saying? Feel free to leave a comment down below. Let us know what y'all think at the end of the video or during the video. So with that being said, we just go ahead and start the video.
Which you don't use tactics and legal strategy against friends.
As things grew, many major decisions began being made on behalf of the brand without the buy-in of the original members. The company was now ultimately controlled by a board of directors, which is natural because of all the money that was taken on in investments. Of course, a lot of this at the fault of the FaZe members that didn't really have a grasp on what was happening at the brand. This is a point in history that a lot of fans fault the original members for doing, claiming that they sold out or this and that. As one of the original members, and a little biased, of course, myself being 20, 21 years old at the time, and the rest of us being a little younger, really had no idea what was happening, to the point of selling out.
Yeah, I can understand that, cause like how the record companies. I'm gonna reference this to like record labels and stuff. You know how they get young artists, whatever, when they young, whatever. If they don't know that about the business, and they'll get them to take advantage of. They try to take advantage of them. Yeah. Pretty sure y'all heard it too. And they'll say like to do it cause these boys like I said, they was already popping and doing their thing, and then like you said, they was young. Probably seeing all that money that they probably promised them, how much what it was, and they probably jumped the gun. Yeah, we gonna go get that. Not knowing it was gonna tarnish they I'm gonna say legacy, but like
kind of did.
Yeah, in the way it did, and they could have went for it. Like they know it did that, and it was another thing. I would watch the comment section. People when they started selecting these members from like celebrities. We had Snoop Dogg, Offset, all them, and I remember watching the comment section. Folks like, damn, I put in work and grind and submit y'all videos and give me a shot. Y'all getting these celebrities on really too much. Give a damn about y'all. Hell, half the time wear y'all t-shirts, whatever. And yeah, nobody let's take on it.
Now, none of the FaZe members really profited $1 from any of these moves and actually lost complete control of the brand. With that being said, a lot of internal turmoil began to grow, as well as some massive scandals. Arguably the biggest member of FaZe Clan at the time, Tfue, publicly sued FaZe Clan and demanded his release from the team.
This contract that I signed when I didn't know any better.
I remember seeing this. Hold on. I remember seeing this video right here. Where Tfue actually he made a video like explaining like how he kind of got screwed over. You know what I'm saying? On FaZe. It's more than just a gaming team. You know what I'm saying? It's an organization, and they messed up, in my opinion, when they let corporate took over. That's where the roster failed to realize when it's not ran by the same people. The OGs is not ran by the same people. It's ran by the corporate. And when y'all let corporate run y'all business, they gonna do what they think is best for business. And it's gonna go downhill for them. They not even worrying about the fans and the community, whatever. They hear us or them, you know what I'm saying? Us or them. They hear us, but they ain't really like following through on the communities, like, you know what I'm saying, on standpoint or thoughts on how they run the organization. So with that being said, everything went downhill when this guy right here, Tfue himself, like he left. You know what I'm saying? Like the contract was over. He left.
Wait,
I'm an idiot.
But they went out here. I thought they had a little good run. I mean, it could be that, but when he was in that, I think that Fortnite era one. Tfue, right? Tfue, I meant to say. And
yeah, it was still popping.
It was still, but it was like when they was in like FaZe House, New York, like they was doing their thing. It was like they
when was that?
And then I forgot what era it was. It was like 20. It's somewhere up there, 2016, 15, something like that. Then they went to FaZe house at LA.
Yeah, they went from
Then-
different houses.
Yeah.
They was.
But I think it went downhill when they went to FaZe house, like LA. That's when like everything, like the dominoes started to fall in. But they had to go
But they
on.
damn sure fell off for sure, y'all. Is when this guy right here that y'all looking at, Tifu, actually, like, you feel me, like, he quit. You know what I'm saying? I knew it was over. I'm like, yo, FaZe fell. After he quit, then everybody else that signed along him, they left too. So yeah, it just went downhill from there. The thing you want to say before I I play the video?
You can say it.
All right. So with that being said, we just gonna continue with the video.
I should have never signed in the
Got
first
no
place.
heads up. I got absolutely no warning of this. This is something that could have easily been handled offline. I don't agree with what him and his team have done. I think it's complete and utter. Most of it is a complete lie, exaggerated, and it's tactical, which you don't use tactics and legal strategy against friends.
This was the beginning of a new set of rocky years at FaZe Clan. At the time, FaZe Clan now had over 100 different content creators and pros under their roster, and 4 or 5 of them were caught as a part of a new crypto promotion that turned to be a scam. Although FaZe Clan as an organization had no involvement, it was a massive blow to the reputation of the team. Those members were kicked from the team, but the effect of that scandal is still felt today. With the corporate side of the business and the publicly facing FaZe members failing to see eye to eye, many more issues began to rise, and while all of this was happening, there was still a lot of seemingly good things happening to the public. FaZe Clan continued high-level collaborations such as the Super Bowl event with the NFL.
Here he goes, temper is pretty quick, manages to wow, that's an angry run if I've ever
doing a
seen
lot of
one.
things. Boxing.
A partnership with
When he was in
Manchester
boxing,
City.
UFC won that. Yeah.
And even signing with the global talent agency UTA.
Yo, what's up?
FaZe Clan was named to Fast Company's annual list of the world's most innovative companies in 2021 and was named the most talked about gaming team on Twitter.
Yeah,
But internally, it was an endless loop. The logo and brand had so much respect and power that these massive successes would temporarily put out the internal fires that continued to flare. Tension was felt throughout the whole company, and a lot of private issues began to leak into the public. In October of 2021, FaZe Clan announced plans to become a publicly listed company.
The company has
They missed the
officially
whole thing.
started trading on the
Real quick,
NASDAQ.
like, you know, like we grew up, like we were teenagers now. We were 27, right now, 28. You know, we grew up like 12, 13, little youngest, you know, and been watching them at the time, and my top 3, we forgetting the trick shotters, but you know, FaZe Clan remember what my top 3 was. My top 3 for our trick shotters was I like the Ramos, and Twitch. FaZe Twitch. And the kind of feeders, Mod, Sprat, either FaZe K or I like the Heist too. The Heist. Yeah. The Heist. Who was your top 3 trick shots?
I mean, I ain't really had no favorite trick shot or kill feeder. I was kind of a bit selective. You know what I mean? I ain't really had no person that I just strictly watched. So, one of my quote unquote favorite trick shotters in that matter was it was really Ramos. You know what I'm saying? He been stopped uploading. I mean, I ain't been to his channel in years, so I don't know if he even still uploads. I remember he was in FaZe though before they went downhill. But yeah, Ramos, he was that guy. You know what I'm saying? Around that time though, when FaZe was really popping. And as far as kill feeder, like, you know, mods. If any OGs that's watching this remember FaZe for mods, or before he was in FaZe, he was that guy too. Like he kind of slick carried FaZe.
Yeah, he wanted to
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he kind of slick carried FaZe. Even when it was popping, he carried them for a period of time, and then that ended. So with that being said, those are my 2 individuals that I like in FaZe at that time. Ramos and Vermont.
In FaZe, he left. I think he started to obey one of them. Then he went to FaZe. Then after FaZe had that stuff, then he went out Optic. After he would join back FaZe, now I think he currently with Optic.
Yeah, it's been a long minute since I kept up with mods. But you know, anyways though,
I'll say who these guys. I'm gonna say here, if y'all could come in y'all top 3 with who's y'all favorite FaZe, you know, member, you know, trick shotter feeders. Yeah, let us know in the comment section.
So,
The video.
FaZe Clan.
Listen to this, okay? It's valued at $725 million. It unveiled a new name, FaZe Holdings.
This was something that was very contested internally at FaZe Clan, but eventually the board decided to move forward with the decision. Many members put aside their questions and concerns, and they hesitantly supported in order to support the brand and trust the plan of the corporate leaders.
Via a SPAC merger with a valuation of nearly $1 billion.
After a $1 billion valuation and a successful NASDAQ launch, everything crashed from there. Over the next 2 long and gruesome years, FaZe Clan saw a steady decline in public value.
The popular Gen Z brand has since plummeted, and today the company's market cap is just 14.
And many FaZe members began publicly speaking out about their grievances with the company. Most of the staff was let go, the CEO was finally fired, and the original FaZe members could not even wear the FaZe logo proudly anymore. In October of 2023, FaZe Clan was acquired for $17 million, just 2 years after being valued at over $1 billion.
FaZe Clan in an
He'll bring in that damn fade.
about $17 million.
yeah.
From its inception in 2010 and for the next 11 years, FaZe Clan only saw exponential growth year by year. And all of that was until October in 2021, where it seemed to be the beginning of the end.
Beginning of the end.
The only positive in that $17 million acquisition of FaZe Clan seemed to be the caveat that the founders would be back in power. Many people wrote off the brand and thought that it was too late, and even internally, many FaZe members could not imagine that it would recover. In March of 2024, FaZe Clan's social media pages were wiped clean and blacked out. It was announced that FaZe Banks would be stepping in as the CEO, and a lot of things were about to change. A month later, FaZe Clan was rebooted with a roster of only 14 FaZe members, which left a lot of fans angry and scratching their heads. Most of the team was left off the roster, including some of the most important members in FaZe Clan's history, FaZe Rain, Tico, and Blaziken, and this, of course, left the public divided. Some of the audience was understandably very angry to see their favorite members left off the list, while others agreed that the team needed a full reboot. Rain, who was one of the original 4 founders of the business, shared that he was no longer interested in being a part of the team anymore due to the corporate ownership and structure, and the others were left off with no real explanation. Banks took center stage and stood by the decision and took on the burden of the hate and the criticism, and he was very responsive with the audience throughout. He announced that 4 new FaZe members would join the team, and during a 4-day span, FaZe Clan announced the recruitment of Max, Silky, Jason the Ween.
Yeah, I remember these guys.
According to the statistics of the senior analyst at FaZe Clan, FaZe's reboot generated a social reach of 350 million impressions. After a rough and quiet 2 years, this was a very big burst back onto the scene, but a lot of people were angry about the decision. Diving into the data, there was almost 60,000 different mentions on social media of the brand in that week, which was the most since April of 2023. But if you look at the numbers, almost half of them were negative, and a lot of the fans were not happy with the decision. Just 2 months later, in July of 2024, a lot of haters were proven wrong, and a lot of them were turned into supporters. That measured positive sentiment across the internet reached 62%. The FaZe Clan talent roster gained 2.5 million followers and over 550 million engagements. And 3 of those 4 new streamers that were recruited joined Stable Ronaldo from FaZe Clan in the top 50 most watched streamers worldwide. FaZe Clan quickly rebounded and has more support and love than it has had in years, but many of the original supporters are still upset by how things went down up until this point. But day by day, it seems that people are becoming more supportive to the vision after seeing how FaZe has quickly rebounded from a point of almost complete collapse. The future of FaZe Clan is of course unknown, but the reboot and relaunch has set high hopes of FaZe Clan members and fans. Early on, there was many comments saying things like FaZe Clan's fall off needs to be studied. Those comments have now transformed into FaZe Clan's comeback needs to be studied.
Yeah.
As a member of FaZe since 2011, I have to admit that I thought it was all over in 2023. I did not really see a path towards success again in the future. I thought the damage was done and the business was too messy, but because of how low FaZe Clan fell, it weeded out a lot of old investors and board members, and it really made space for myself and the original FaZe members to relaunch the brand. I'm really proud of Banks and how he has stepped up and unapologetically done what he thought was best for FaZe Clan, and I'm glad to say that I can finally wear
and they
FaZe
feel like,
t-shirts
they
again,
young,
proudly,
they want the
and
money.
I think that the future is
and that's how the corporation like they try to do it. Try to make it sound so sweet in the, where you want to jump on that deal, and
they own what I think 50%.
Yeah, so most of they say so, like the leaders of FaZe, that them tell it. Most of what they had, they power, like they really ain't got no power to the extent.
When they sold a percentage of their company to a corporate, that's when certain decisions start being made differently. Like different shit, like you, I can tell it wasn't from the OG members. It had to be from a higher up in corporate. That's how I know that it was going to go downhill because they don't sold a portion of their team to corporate. They let corporate run it, and corporate never just listen to the community. They hear us, but they don't follow through what the community wants. So with that being said, I knew it was going to end up in a disaster.
It's like another form of politics.
Yep. So that being said, we're gonna finish the rest of this video, and then and I'm gonna share our final thoughts.
Looking bright for the first time in a while, but just like the last 14 years, FaZe Clan is my life, and all I want is to see it succeed. And I know there's a lot of people that share that sentiment, whether they're happy or mad about how things went. Old members share the sentiment, new members share the sentiment, fans, former fans, new viewers. FaZe has had a very extensive history. There's been a lot of ups and downs, but for anyone that's been around since 2011, it is almost impossible to not want to see the brand succeed. So we can just hope and pray that the brand finds a way to continue to succeed, and all the original members and people who have been a part of building this do find success on their own. It has been a rough few years. It has been a crazy few years. At the end of the day, these 14 years have been the biggest blessing of my life. So thank you to everyone who supported FaZe throughout the way. Even the haters out there, you have fueled us in a lot of ways, and it has been crazy. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys on the next video on this channel. Leave a like and subscribe, and FaZe.
All right, so we gonna share our final thoughts to wrap up this video. So with that being said, I still like FaZe. I don't even watch their content no more. But I liked them at the time. When when they was running the business, not corporate, when the members themselves was running the business. You know what I'm saying? The way they been running. You know what I mean? Tried and true. A long time ago, how everything was running smoothly. They was listening to the community. What else? Yeah, they was listening to the community. Giving shout outs. So we ain't talking about no celebrities now. No, they already got set on their names established. We talking about like actual people from like random people from the community. They actually gave out shout outs. So with that being said, I liked that phase when they was actually looking out for the community. So or read by the OG members. Anything else you wanna
Yeah, like I said, they had a huge they had a great run. You know what I mean? Grew up a huge fan base of people enjoying people like that content. They all all together making content, gaming. Then they got the house started vlogging and like before the COVID, I like the, my opinion, when they went to FaZe House, like LA, it would all went down. I think that's when they joined their corporation business too. Like before then, the shit was selling. You know what I mean? Like everything was like, and then like the celebrity, I was reading the comment section. A lot of folks hate on that. Like I said earlier throughout the video, both people like, dang, y'all putting these folks now, and they don't really know too much about the culture, most of the game culture. They just want, they knew their brand when it popped up. There was a lot of folks backlash on that, but they ain't really like Logic. It like he was like valid. A lot of people gave him his props. You know what I mean? Like I think the Ken at the time, he joined he was like part of the team in the early beginning. But
he was definitely being sponsored. He was being sponsored by them.
Yeah, 100%.
And but what was I saying? Oh yeah, to finish off what you were talking about, Logic, right? So Logic did have he did have some a few run-ins with FaZe. I know that might be besides the point though of this video, but the artist Logic, at one point he was sponsored by FaZe, and he actually did a collaboration with them. Like little do people know, unless you're OG, he actually did collaboration with him, and that around that time, FaZe was already like on the rise. They was already like blowing up type shit. So that being said, that that era of FaZe, if it would have stayed like that, they would have been like still on top of today. You know what I mean? It won't led to where the team at today. So that being said,
And I was gonna get into like certain members, whatever. I don't think I'm gonna include that video. Rain, he was going through his stuff at one point in time. They were saying that he was probably like going through mental stuff, or was it Banks? I think with both of them.
Yeah,
they were saying they were going through some stuff at the time, so they fell back off, and there was some more members but that'll be another.
It'll be another video.
Yeah,
so with that being said, though, if y'all made it this far to the video, sorry for the long outro though. But if y'all made it this far through the video, and y'all enjoyed what y'all seen, just leave a comment down below, drop a like if y'all enjoyed the video. And with that being said, we'll see y'all in the next one. Come out. Peace.
Yeah.